What's up, guys? Brendan from Market Makers. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Got some good price action going on. I took the weekend off, guys, spent it with family, and we need to talk about what's happening in Bitcoin. But real quick announcement, we just added a professional GAN trader to our Discord room. So now we have a professional Elliott Wave trader, a professional harmonic trader, a professional GAN trader, and myself and Wyckoff and Fibonacci and GAN TA. Guys, it is the place to check out. If you use our link in the video description to our website, marketmakers.trade, you get 40% off joining through our website. It is one price. We don't do tiered memberships. You get education, live streams, Discord exclusive videos, trade signals, and a fantastic community where 6,000 people are on our Discord. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into Bitcoin and talk about what's happening. I need to show you one thing, and do not get mad. I know you guys don't like necessarily, or some of you guys don't like these other charts. Spend 10 seconds on the NASDAQ real quick. The NASDAQ is up, but you have to look where it's pumping up to, okay? It's pumping back up to the 1618 where it is forming a double top, and this is relevant because crypto is doing the same thing. I want to show you the Russell. The Russell is still below the 144 and 233. As you guys know, all the indexes, including crypto, had a rise up in price and a declination in volume. This is volume divergence. It is much more likely that you make a top at some level when you do this. Now, having said that, what Bitcoin's still doing, if you look here on the daily time frame, remember we had this in Wyckoff, we walked you guys through it. Basically, the 233 and the 144 is what Wyckoff would call the creek, okay? This is your resistance to your rise and your accumulation range, and you jump the creek. So you are in an LPS, which in and of itself is a bullish thing. Okay, this is a bullish thing where you are right now, but because you got here with a lot of volume divergence, you have to be very careful because we need people to step into the market to push the price up. And if the other indexes start getting pulled down, I anticipate Bitcoin getting pulled down as well. But for right now, you are in a bullish accumulation. LPS, what you want to see here is accumulation, buyers step in, you get a sign of strength, and you move up, okay? That's what we're tracking for. But let's look at what's happening here on the daily time frame. Again, we had big price rise. I'm going to try to show it to you this way. Pull this up, pull this down a little bit. You had this nice move up, this nice price rise up on declining volume. You can't see it as well from this visual, but if you look here, you had declining volume ever since you had your breakout candle here on February 24th. That's a lower peak, lower buying peak than the previous, lower buying peak, lower buying peak, and it just keeps going down. You see this? And now you're well below the last couple of days, the 21 EMA. And as a matter of fact, this was your breakout candle to break out into the LPS. And look how low it is below the 21. So again, lots of volume divergence. What does that mean? That means it's very easy to build a top. This was a retail push up. This is a trader push up. So you have to be careful here. If you can hold the support and build enthusiasm, build euphoria, you can move up. Volatility is compressing. You can see the buying here represented. But let's look at a couple things here. Then we're going to check out Solana and ETH as well, okay? This, again, is my first primary concern, is the double top on the daily. You break that, you're going to come down more from it. Now, if we look at this, you can take a measured move, guys, and measured moves almost never work out, but especially in a volatile asset class like crypto. But you get confluence on both sides here of your double top. This is real easy to find a neckline because you wicked the 144. This gets you down to 41,000, okay? 41,062. Let's go ahead and go to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. Last video I made for you guys, we were making double top. Remember I said this on the 4-hour? I said we had a primary top. I said what could easily happen is you roll up to form a double top, right? Here's your secondary double top. If this keeps descending, this would be your neckline area. Again, you don't want to lose here on the 4-hour, an important time frame, the 144 and 233. But if you look at this, if you analyze this a little bit, you're actually making multiple shapes. You have your primary double top, and then you have a secondary double top as well. So what you could actually do here, and you see this, that's your neckline. You could break this double top if you get more downward momentum, then break this double top, and then you would descend even further. Okay, so again, these double tops form from greed in the market, fear in the market, rebound. You try to have a breakout. This was an up thrust, and then you get a sign of weakness afterwards. And actually, I can show you that really quickly. Can throw this in Wyckoff for you. So you have your selling climax candle here. We have our buying climax candle here. Up thrust outside the range. We could not hold it. We get an instant sign of weakness, and we formed a double top doing this. So, I mean, when you look at this, if you take the measured move aspect again, let's go ahead and do this. Measured move from the base. Find confluence of candles on both sides. Let me turn the magnet off. Find confluence of candles on both sides, right about that purple line right there. Take that, put it on the neckline. That brings you breaking your second double top. So you see, that's exactly what I was saying. So you could fall from this double top. Here's your neckline, breaking this double top potentially. You're at the purple line, and then you fall from that. Let's go ahead and measure that double top. Just to give, again, these are projections, guys, and like I said, these don't always work out. You want to get candles on both sides. That's how I do it. So that seems to be about the peak right there. If we break that neckline, you would be going down to 41.23, which on the daily time frame was where this double top brings you to 41.62. So there's some confluence for 41K if you break these double tops. If you break the 4-hour double tops, you're going to be breaking the daily double tops. And if that happens, you're below the 233 and the 144 on the daily. Guys, just remember, why is this also important? Not only is it important because it's 6 months of trading data, over 6 months of trading data, but it's also because it took how many months to get above it and stay above it? We got above it for a few days here. How many months? December 4th. Okay, December 4th to the breakout here, all the way over to March. Okay, so months. It took months to get up to where we are, so you don't want to fall right back down. You would be in a bear market. Well, you are in a bear market with the sell-off, but you would be in a harder core bear market. And then you're going to be looking at back testing resistance here on your 144 and 233. And you can start looking at potentially visiting these lows of 32.9 in this range. And that's when you got to be really careful, okay? Very careful. So that's a 4-hour time frame. Let's look at a couple of indicators here, and then we'll go ahead and jump on the alts because the 1 hour is going to be repetitive. Let's looking at the volume. Lots of selling volume. Look at a high relative volume, okay? Lots of selling volume here in range, well above range. Look at the ATR. ATR is still elevated. You could get a little move here, but this can pop up from anywhere. There's no baseline it has to go to. Get bigger moves the deeper the baseline is. And we're still pretty deep in a relative trend here if you look at this from where these spikes were. So that's interesting. You can see here on our Jurek, you can see that the volatility channel, this is starting to really tighten up. Okay, you can see it looks like an Easter egg and it's starting to get thin again. So again, if you lose that momentum, well, if you actually continue the momentum, which is currently down, you got to be really careful here because you have the multiple double top situation that you got to look out for. So we just got to hold that support. That's what we got to hold. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum had a nice Fibonacci pattern here, getting some decline from it. Ethereum's holding up okay, but even Ethereum, you have to be careful because you already have a dominant left shoulder there. You could be building ahead. If Bitcoin does start dropping those double tops, Ethereum's going to look to come down, find support. And when you start getting accumulation along that support, that's how you get a head and shoulders, okay? This is a daily time frame. But if you want to get some targets here off this pattern, you can pull those targets really quickly and do something like that. And our 382, I mean, all of our targets are going to be below the 144 and 233. So your first support level is basically going to be 3161 here on the daily, okay? Keep in mind these will be closer on a smaller time frame, like the 4-hour or the 1 hour, but your key support level here would be 30, and really you're going to be hitting 3165 somewhere in there for the 144 and 233. Right now you're just getting consolidation here at the reversal zone for this pattern for price to potentially descend, and it doesn't have to form a head and shoulders. I mean, as you guys know, it could always go up with buyer step in, or you could just have a disjointed double top like that, okay? So just things to pay attention to. Looking at Solana, Solana, as you guys know, I told you I longed it at 105. Well, you can actually see my trigger order. That's what this dotted line is. I longed it at 105. I took profits at 116 with the 144 and 233. I sold it in the strength. And of course, Solana just had to go wild, hit the 1618 and got up above 141, which is fantastic for people in our room that also traded Solana. So that's a great trade for everybody. And now we're doing the same thing. Your 233, your 144 is down here. Solana's starting to build a shape. This is the daily time frame. And already I can tell you, Solana is building a double top. It's going to descend some more. It's going to come up a little bit. And it's going to do the exact same thing Bitcoin's looking to do. A lot of these things are going to come down and revisit, I think. Unless the momentum changes in the equity space, they're going to come and test these hard support levels. And if they lose them, guys, look for more downside. And that'll be in the next video. Go ahead and smash the like button, smash the subscribe button for me, guys. Definitely check out our website. Link in the video description, marketmakers.trade. Hope you guys have a fantastic afternoon. Talk to everybody tomorrow.